I too want to echo our state attorney's comments. We've made some tremendous progress. It's not a perfect system. I think you guys should be proud of the progress that's been made because Hillsborough County is different. When you talk in terms of Hillsborough County being serving the second most populous county, but we rank 10th in terms of the top largest cities in terms of crime, that's because things are working here. Are they perfect? None of us will sit here and tell you that they're perfect. We'll tell you that we're working on, we're making some great strides. The other one is continue as a community to support your local elected officials. I'll touch on it. Someone else on it. It's the mental health counseling that the kids are getting. You know, let's Baker Act them. Let's lock them up. And I think the school and the school board and school administration has done a wonderful job. It's just getting the counselors that each school needs to make sure that they can properly identify a child that's in need and divert them before law enforcement's called to try to, hey, there's a last resort, let's Baker Act this child. So try to identify it early on and get them the treatment that they need early before, so it can be more preventative.
And to follow up on the sheriff's point, just to throw out a couple numbers for you. From the end of 2016 to the end of 2018, a 2-year span, the number of kids being arrested in Hillsborough County, youths under the age of 21, was reduced 19%. During that same period, 2 years, number of kids under the age of 18, so 17 and under, a 58% reduction. 58%. That is huge. And that's not from one program. It's from the civil citation program. It's from the sheriff's efforts to work with us to break the school to prison pipeline. It's from all different diversion programs that we have. PBIS has a role in that. There's so many different things that have contributed to that tremendous reduction. When we talk about direct files, like the public defender said, direct files in Hillsborough County, these are decisions my office makes, down 51% in 2 years. Civil citation programs that we're putting almost 2,000 people a year into with our partners here. That's adults and juveniles. Those have tangible impact on the community. But to further the point that the public defender said, this isn't just about creating change here and now in this community. This is about changing the system for the next generation. That's why I ran for state attorney, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Thank you.
Our state attorney touched on most of what I would have said. The only thing that I'll add is our efforts in the different communities, especially the inner city, poverty-stricken communities, with our Boys and Girls Club partnership. As short as we are, 181 deputies short, we still have deputies in 7 Boys and Girls Clubs. We helped open up 7 clubs. Over those 6 years, the graduation rates have gone from 42% to 98%.
Is the one saying, we don't want bond. I want the person to come home. We think we can work it out. We feel like that the victim can be protected in that situation. And the judge imposes a bond that the victim's going to end up having to pay. I don't mean to blame it all on the judges. That's not it at all. The point is that it takes multiple agencies working together and legislative changes in Tallahassee. This is an entrenched structural problem in the system, and there is no easy way to fix it. We're working on it. We're just... Progress is slow. Admittedly, progress is slow.
And I think that's important just for you to know that we are working on it. We meet, we monitor, we've met with the chief judge. He's short some judges he's working on. We used to have Buzzy Heinrich that handled it all. He was quite familiar with it. But we're doing everything we can to make sure that you're not still in jail just because of financial implications or lack thereof. From the sheriff's office perspective, it's deploying every mechanism in place to make sure that we get you out of the jail. You have to remember, it costs on average $126 a day. We're up over 600 people population-wise. Because of the judges, it used to be one singular judge, and then and now it's civil judges, like the public defender alluded to. They're not real familiar, so they always err on the side of caution. They don't want to give anyone a bond or stick to the standard schedule, unlike someone who's familiar, a lot more experienced in it. The chief judge has switched to criminal judges doing it, so I think that has shown some improvement. Hopefully he's pursuing a full-time position, and that will help even alleviate the problem. But again, we're working on it.